Hey you guys, it's July 4th, also Independence Day. I was kind of expecting today to be kind of lazy like the past couple of months. But today I actually went to the fair with my family. That never happens. First of all, I never leave the house. I usually lay in my bed doing nothing, absolutely nothing. So I usually stay up all night and sleep the entire day. Sleep for about 14 hours. But I actually don't go out with my family. I don't even talk to them. Like, they'll want me to come down for breakfast or whatever mealtime it might be, and it'll just be me, the three of them, and my sister will start talking, and I'll be like, please stop talking. And my mom will start insulting someone she saw today, and I'll be like, please, just stop. And my mom will be bugging my stepdad about how his food is, and I'm just like, can I go now? And she's like, you didn't even touch your food. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not that hungry. I'm not gonna make you dinner anymore. Right. Well, today, we actually went to the fair. It was the last day. I'm literally doing nothing like always. I'm in my room doing nothing. And she comes in, doesn't even knock, and she comes in and she's like, your little sister wants to go to the fair. I'm like, does she? She goes, why don't you take her? And I'm like, do I have to? And she's like, well, it'd be nice to get out of the house every once in a while. And I'm like, I don't need sunlight. I don't need sunlight. In the end, I ended up taking her, but instead of me walking down there like my mom had said, my mom spends the next 2 hours getting ready. Finally get there, hot as hell. My little sister brought a jacket because we were told it was going to be cold. And my stepdad's like, you want to ride some rides? And I'm like, nah. I never ride rides. Too cool for that. But I saw a ride that I recognized, and I was like, I want to ride that ride. I was like, yeah. I was like, I want to ride that. And I was like, Mommy, I want to ride that ride. And my stepdad's like, well, get us tickets. So we ended up riding that ride and some other rides, and instead of being like a normal person, a smart person, and taking about a 5 to 10 minute break between each ride, I was stupid like everybody and just went from one ride to the next and to the next and to the next, and I almost threw up. I felt pretty sick for about 2 hours, and then we went and we looked at some of the animals. We saw the goats like 50 times. I'm relatively new to the city I live in, and I don't know anybody. I don't really know anyone. So, and this is a really big city. I only ever recognized 3 people, and 2 of them were people I didn't like. So, luckily, they didn't say anything to me. I didn't say anything to them. Under my breath, I did, but looking at the animals, looking at the rabbits. I used to have a rabbit, so I'm like, oh, these rabbits are adorable, but not as precious as mine was. So, looking at the rabbits, and then looking at the goats, looking at the cows, that's what they were, the cows. And then I see there's this big barn, and there's not an entrance that's obvious. And I notice, not even 20 feet near it, I notice exactly what's in there. And I'm like, piggies! I must look at the pigs. I was like, Mom, we must look at the pigs! Pigs are my favorite animal, and I will not eat them for the life of me. And ironically, I'm allergic to them. Like, I can't eat pork. It screws up my stomach. but they're my favorite animal, and I love them, so I'll be like, let's go see the piggies. So, me and my mom and my stepdad went to go see the piggies. They're huge and fat, okay? So, if you ever see one in real life, or if you have, then you know, they're large. And my mom had never seen one in person before. She goes, oh my goodness, these are so huge, and they're ugly. And I'm like, you better shut your mouth. They're beautiful. And so I'm taking my time, and my mom's just like walking through there like, let's get out of here. And I'm like, calm down, Mom. Let's take our time here. What is that smell? It's called shit and hay, okay? So let's just enjoy the little piggies, alright? They're so ugly. Alright, Mom, get out of here. Please, the exit's over there. Just go. Let me do my thing. And so, her and my stepdad, my little sister, are sitting outside, and I'm just literally, just standing there, watching them, like, hey, how you doing? Those are some nice flies you got on you. And then, like, later I rode the Ferris wheel, my stepdad, and, of course, the Ferris wheel, one seat is facing one direction, the other seat is facing the other direction, and I just so happen to be facing towards the sun. So I'm like, this is really nice. The wind is nice, and I mean, the view is fantastic, but that sun! We get to the very top, and and there's trees everywhere, and there's this really big, the huge tree next to the Ferris wheel, and I'm like, that is a nice tree. That is a nice tree. So, and we left. I got a caramel apple with nuts on it right before I left, and I was like, I must have one. So I took one, and we left. And I've been here for a couple hours, and for once my house feels air conditioned. I don't have air conditioning. I have a small little fan. Okay? So, not very air conditioned. I come home and I'm like, cool air! Yes! So, that's pretty much how my day went. You guys ready for this? Mustache time! Mustache! On one of the rides I rode, you would sit in the seat and you'd be taken around and around, and sometimes it would swing you up and you'd stop and you'd be upside down and you're like, ah! My mom said that when I was upside down, it keeps you there. She said she could see my hair sticking out from the crate that was holding me in, so I don't know, I thought that was funny. But of course the whole time I'm sitting there like, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be alright. But, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I didn't scream or anything. I was just gonna puke. Almost did. I want a fake mustache. I don't have it with me. I wish I did, though.